Hello Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Civilization 6 in our Glory of Rome series. This is the entire Roman Empire as it is so far. We cannot even fit the whole thing on the bloody map. We have some settlements up in Norway. I have renamed some cities. Berga is now Bergium, slightly changed the spelling as well as the final few letters. And then this was, I actually don't remember what it was called before, but I renamed it to Trondia, very similar name to the Norwegian city that is there. But I also changed the name of this city, I think this was Segovia, to Numancia, which is more or less the city that's right there in Spain. The rest of these are pretty good as far as their names. They're fairly accurate to the area, so I will leave those as they are. But we are, as you can see, again, this is the entire Roman Empire. We're making good progress on, didn't mean to do that, hang on. There we go, we're making good progress on actually controlling the portion of the map that we need to. We already control all of England, we control all of mainland Europe. Now we're making our way down into Northern Africa, and we're going to go to war with, Sumer in the endgame to make the final stages of this game come to fruition. Our objective, of course, as part of this campaign is to conquer the entire Roman Empire's original territory, and we still have to conquer out in this direction in order to do that. But once we finish off Spain, which they have 2 more cities, we can definitely get going in that regard and continue with a lot of war towards the end of the series. I'm just going to have to be careful a little bit, as I mentioned at the end of the last episode, with not doing too much war too quickly. So we're currently building the Venetian arsenal in Rome. Any other wonders under construction right now? We've got some archaeologists on the way, which is good. We do have the Bolshoi Theater underway in Augusta Ritum, but we do have a bit of a housing. We have housing and amenity problems across the entire empire. So let's take a quick look at, there's no war weariness. It's because we haven't lost any units, but we don't really have a lot in the way of, hang on, let's take a quick look here. Change policies. Is there anything we can implement that would give us additional, not looking like it. So we don't have any policies yet that would give us additional amenities. Actually, we're using liberalism right now, which is +1 amenity with all cities, or to all cities with at least 2 specialty districts. So we are using that. But we will need to continue to pursue wonders and other things that will actually help us make sure that our population is entertained. And speaking of, let's see. We're making plenty of faith per turn. I'm going to go ahead and start buying medieval walls wherever I can, because building those while I still have the opportunity will allow me to boost tourism once. Is it mass media? Hang on, let's take a quick conservation civic. Now, conservation I think I already have, but let's make sure. No, that's one of the next choices. Okay, so I need to build as many medieval walls as I can in the next few turns, because those will help boost my tourism when it's time. Just having those walls built in cities will help a lot. So Icosium, I could go ahead and build Renaissance walls, for instance. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do that because, one way we could win this is to go for the cultural victory. All right, can't do anything there with Renaissance walls. So just everywhere I can for a bit, I'm going to go ahead and build walls. And we will repair the granary in Numancia, absolutely. We just finished conquering that city. We're making quick work of Spain. We'll probably finish them off this episode if I had to guess. Let's see. Let's go ahead and build the watermill here in Gades, and then... this city can't grow right now, but once we have finished off Spain, it will. Okay, so our scout is currently... Oh, yes, that's right. You're crossing the Pacific to get to North America. Meanwhile, this caravel is just looking around up here. And we have a trader that currently is going from Icosium to Rome. Why don't you just continue that route? That's fine by me. We're going to leave you up there. Then we have this guy right here. Now, this actually, it's a girl. It's Isadora, the archaeologist. Now the question is, where might there be some ruins? I actually don't see any, oddly enough. There's some up there. Way up there. But for the most part, there are no... That's interesting. There are no ruins in our territory, despite a lot of warfare that we've had since the beginning. That's quite unusual. But okay, let's go ahead and get this scout. You know what? I'm kind of tempted to... Well, no. Let's have this scout explore. I do want to have this scout kind of moving through the continent as much as possible to discover more of what can be discovered. And then we're going to move this pikeman down, and let's see what we can continue to do here as far as getting these units in position. Yeah, most of these units have already fired this turn, so I just need to keep everyone kind of where they are, basically, until the next turn. But this is going to be over pretty quickly, I would imagine. Alright, we're definitely going to let this caravel come this way. We're going to explore this upper part of the map. Meanwhile, this one's sailing down around Africa.
YnAMP
Oh.
Isis hepertesapsen. YnAMP Cleopatra henna henemeset ir. Iu ekshau.
I thought Cleopatra might have been eliminated early, but it turns out she was just maybe in southern Africa. Maybe she got pushed downward early in the game, because right now Sumer controls Egypt. It's an honor to meet you. Exchanging information on our capitals is a great idea. So there's an Egyptian settler. What's she doing? And where's her territory? So she still has cities somewhere. Interesting. We met Cleopatra this late in the game. Well, she will like us. We have a strong army. So at least she's going to be in our corner. We'll have one leader that we're not having to worry about constantly denouncing us. At least for a while, until she decides she hates us. All right,
it is arguable whether the human race have been gainers by the march of science beyond the steam engine.
Okay, so now we have access to the Ironclad, which we can upgrade our caravels to, but we also get +2 movement for embarked units, which is going to make it a lot easier to cross this channel and get done with all of this process. So let's go ahead and move these units into position. I want to move this unit down there. Yeah, see, it's going to be so easy to do this now. This is fantastic. Let's go ahead and move you down, and then I want to have you move straight across. Perfect. Let's have you move over here. Whoa, okay, they didn't move as far as I thought they would. That's weird. Alright, I can capture that settler. Oh, but I forgot. I always forget that, too. That's annoying. Because I have a general with that unit, we didn't actually capture the settler. It's frustrating, because they can't overlap. So that settler was just lost. That's okay. We're going to capture cities in this area, so we'll have a similar effect. Let's go ahead and knock these walls down. I'm going to put some of these cannons in the water. We'll leave you there for now, and leave you here. So this Musketman Corps, it needs to come down to Carthago Nova. We're just going to bring all of our units down. We don't need all of these to finish Spain, but want to have options. Alright, so I could purchase medieval walls here in Poland. Let's go ahead and do that. And then can I go ahead and work on Renaissance walls? That would take a while. Why not? We have room for another trader, looks like. Let's go ahead and get that going, because we need our economy to be in tip-top shape. Chersonesus rather, needs... We have a lot of gold, so I'm just going to buy a lighthouse outright so we can fix the housing issue there immediately. And then... what would be the next best thing here? I mean, there's not a lot of production in this area. It looks like there's some more ruins here. That's good, at least. Industrial zone might be best. Putting on top of that cattle... Yeah, let's just do that. I don't love it, but it is what it is. We need to get a builder up there. Frankfurtium also needs a little bit of love, don't they? Wow. You're on production focus too, so you just have really crappy production. We need to improve these woods around Frankfurtium, and then that would be better. But let's go ahead and do armory in the meantime, because that'll help with production outright. And this frigate can't really do anything because there's no units nearby. So I'm going to leave a lot of these units in the water. And then you will get a major victory if you attack Cordoba, but you can't because you're overlapping with another unit. So much for that. All right, that scout's going to head out and start exploring other territory. Okay, and then this builder, which just finished, I think. Why don't you come up to Frankfurtium? Because we were just talking about that. That's needed. Need lots of production up there. All right, this unit is a little stuck, and I feel like we might have a bit of a bug on our hands. I don't want to have to delete the unit to fix the problem, but because it moved onto that square, we're now... a little bit stuck. All right, let's go ahead and promote that unit. Hopefully we can get by without doing anything with it. We'll have to see. The game keeps bringing me back to it, so I'm not optimistic. We are going around the tip of Africa, and there's the Knight Corps again. Let's go to another unit. Really hoping it just lets me ignore that unit. Please, please, please. Next turn. Okay, good. I was hoping it would do that. 9 turns away from the Venetian arsenal, which of course will give us 2 ships every time we train any one type of ship. Philip wants peace. Big surprise, but I'm going to conquer him. That's how he's going to get peace from me. By the way, I was pronouncing this in the Roman sense because I was thinking of a city up in the normal Roman Empire's territory that has Gina at the end, G-I-N-A, which would be Cartagena. But that's, of course, well, it's a Spanish city. It's of course, Cartagena, and I appreciate the commentators who helped point that out to me because I was totally thinking in terms of a city called, again, Cartagena, which I'm looking at the Empire map right now, and I can't remember where it is, but it definitely does exist. I just can't quite remember where. Anyway, your factory workers clamor for better working conditions. It is time for the workers of the world to unite. We're almost to turn 300. Nice. All right, so now we're in a much better position. Let me do a couple of things here. I want to go ahead and eliminate these spearmen because they pose a slight threat to my knights. Let's actually finish off the swordsmen though, or the cavalry though, because they pose a little bit more of a threat to the field cannon corps. And then we will go ahead and charge the spearmen. I know I said they pose a threat to the knights, but they're only spearmen. They're not as strong as other mounted units, so that's fine. Good, promotion available as well. That worked out. All right, we can fire on Cordoba with this unit. I can also go ahead and move this unit here, as well as move this bombard onto land. Let's go ahead and move this unit here. It's a little bit roundabout, but I don't really need, I don't think, to have... Yeah, I think it's going to be okay. Let's move you here. Let's move you here. So all of these cannons will be able to fire on Cordoba within a few turns. We just want to get these guys lined up on the shore so that they can land quickly and ensure that this invasion is over fast. Let's get this knight over here. I'd rather have a knight running around helping the scout discover additional stuff. Well, the scout does need the experience too, so there's different ways to look at it. All right, medieval walls in Massalia, absolutely. Let's go for those. And then I could go ahead and build Renaissance walls there too, but I think I'd rather build the military academy first. All right, we can do ancient walls in Numantia, so let's do that. And we do need some production here. We're going to need a builder in the area, so why don't we go ahead and work on that. Put you on production focus. You'll be done a little bit sooner. All right, this caravel is making their way around the top of the world, which is excellent. All right, so we have done mostly everything here. Let's go ahead and get that guy onto land. This frigate can stay there because there's nowhere for him to fight. I'm going to move this scout away from this warrior. And this caravel needs to explore up here a little bit, because there's still some unexplored tiles. And it looks like this scout is going to be ready to land soon. Excellent! I see goody huts. There's going to be lots of them out here. I'm excited. This scout's going to have a heyday. Alright, so this caravel is going around this tip of Africa now. We're going to meet... this is in Madagascar, and pretty soon we're going to encounter Gandhi's main territory. Finally uncovering a little bit more of the world now that it's 1020 AD. Okay, here comes the spearmen. Looks like we finished them off. Excellent. And there, again, this unit's promotable. So, no, they're going after the scout. Well, the knight can finish off those warriors. I still don't know why Spain has been so unadvanced for this entire series. I think this might be the only game of Civ 6 I've played where there's one empire that, especially on this difficulty level, that is so profoundly not advanced. It's just strange. I don't know what to make of it. Alright, so this Knight Corps, we can give them combat strength against damaged units or combat strength against units in districts. Let's go ahead and do against damaged units. Alright, meanwhile, it looks like we can go ahead and win this. If I just bombard Cordoba with my various bombardment units. see. Do you have any more health? Yes, you do. Let's fire these guys. Yeah, you're just not that advanced. So we're going to bring these pikemen in and have them take the capital. Spain's new capital, anyway. And of course, the game will rename this for us. And then we'll take Cartagena, and we should be done with Spain. And Cartagena should fall relatively quickly. That's a level 1 city. Yeah, just very, very painfully weak city. So this is the city of... Let's go ahead and keep it. It's saying it's the city of... still the city of Cordoba. We could rename it to... It looks like there is a city that would be better... Or a city name that would work better. So for that location, let's call this Volubilis. And let me zoom in really quickly and make sure that's correct. Yes, that's right. Alright, so there's that. Brundisium can buy medieval walls. Let's do that. I'm glad I learned about that. And I appreciate you guys for helping me learn about that tourism bonus. That wasn't something I really knew about walls in Civ 6, so you learn something every day. It's just, that's what happens when you read the fine print, you know? Let's go ahead and repair the watermill, first of all. Okay, put that cannon there. This knight can be there. This musketman can be there. This musketman can be there. Okay. Slowly but surely, we are getting our armies across. And we're going to keep our armies here because they're going to move across on the African mainland. So it's good that they're all landing here because we need them. We need them where they are. I'm not particularly concerned about Russia anymore, but I will bring this frigate back over here in case that Cossack becomes an issue. Alright, Massalia. You're currently trading with Rome. Yep, keep that going, please. That's fine. There's that. And what else do we have? Oh, yeah, that's right. We have this knight down here. This scout's being pursued by this warrior. Let's go ahead and just have him run away. The warrior won't be able to keep up. Nice to finally be uncovering so much of the world now that we have caravels. And we'll have more soon. Alright, it's time to get this scout onto the mainland. Looks like there is an Indian scout as well, so I might need to hurry up. Perfect. Alright, there's an artifact. This is a Catherine de' Medici artifact or an Alexander artifact. Let's get an Alexander artifact. We respect him a little bit more. He's a little bit more warlike. So we got a longsword, medieval artifact. Let's refuse that demand from the Arabian Empire. For a second I couldn't remember if it was called Arabia or not. Okay, so now we've got the archers firing on those musketmen. They're doing a whole lot of nothing. Alright, this is going to be over pretty quick. City's healing up, and now it's time to see where our units can charge in. Alright, so Mbanza Mbada was undetected. That particular spy was undetected. That's good. We have some more ruins down here. That's helpful. Time to eliminate these archers with our musketmen. Musketmen corps, in fact. Kind of hilarious. Okay. Wow. Yeah, we've got some moving to do here. Alright, so now this battleship is also no longer needed. I'm going to bring the battleship around to help with our conquest of these areas over here. Same with the frigate that we did a moment ago. Right, this caravel can't really get to those tiles, unfortunately, so that's not going to be explored until later. So instead we'll get the caravel back over here to see what we can uncover on the land. Meanwhile, yep, it's time to start giving Frankfurtium some additional production. And then what else can we do here? There are some ruins up in Norway. There are also some ruins in England, so let's go ahead and send you up there. Massalia. Or Mediolanum is trading with Massalia, rather. Yeah, keep that going. Mediolanum is about to get a nice production boost. Let's keep that frigate right there. Let's finish off these warriors. How's that war weariness, Spain? You enjoying that? Yeah, I thought so. Cartagena should fall in the next turn. I'd be shocked if they did not. Now let's have this scout fortify. And as soon as we're at war with Arabia, we'll be able to send them through Arabia's territory and have them help look around a little bit. Alright, so this is Marina. She gives a bonus to modern and atomic land units. Marina Raskova. We have another great general here who's giving a bonus. This is Napoleon to industrial and modern era land units. So helping with some of the units, not all. Then move that cannon there. Continue to land the army as necessary and get them across. All right. Let's go ahead and gain sources in New Delhi, since we're just spying there for the first time.
Signy is
Nice.
a 250
So
square
this is
mile
Madagascar.
target trap made up on massive obelisks, riddled with jagged spears. And yes, they will cut your pretty face.
I love his accent when he says that. All right, so we could sabotage production or just siphon funds in Mbanza Mbada. I'd rather sabotage production, frankly. At this point, I think we had him siphon funds last time because it was a little bit higher chance of success, and we want that spy to level up. But, I'm getting greedy. I want to start wrecking Congo as much as possible, because they are going to be one of our main competitors. We're about to finish a number of production projects as well, including a new campus, so we need to improve our scientific research where we can. How's the Venetian arsenal doing? 6 turns away. Very good. Natural wonder discovered. Declaration of war. Jakarta's declared war on Gilgamesh. John Curtin's declared war on Gilgamesh. Interesting. Australia and Gilgamesh are at war. Australia and Sumer. Your progress towards totalitarianism has advanced. Alright. Mediolanum. You have an amenity issue. But you can train all kinds of things. Why don't you go ahead and repair your outer defenses, because it looks like you need that a little bit. Pola can definitely build Renaissance walls, so let's do that. And then there's a housing issue in Pola. Is that so? I also need to go ahead and build a zoo, honestly. It would give additional amenities to the area. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll work on the housing issue in a bit. We need to build neighborhood districts to deal with that, but let's buy the medieval walls there in Pella. Might have room for some additional walls elsewhere, but also... So this city is no longer growing at the moment. If I take them off production focus and put them on food focus, they will grow. So if I give them housing, that's another thing that'll help them. Great Zimbabwe. Need to build that too. But let's go ahead and build the neighborhood district up here at this unimproved tile. It'll be done in 19 turns. Looks like we have an archaeologist we need to give orders to soon as well. Let's build the Renaissance walls around Constantinople, 7 turns away. And Varsovia, you know what, you could probably use an entertainment complex in this area. I think there already is one in... Oh wait, no there's not. There's not one in Minsk. Oh yeah, I definitely need one. Alright, so why don't you build one... Ooh, hang on. Let's look at city overlap. That'd be 6 cities if we built it in one of these tiles down here. Alright, so I could build it there and lose some production. Let's go ahead and build it here. Is that... Hang on, let me make absolutely sure. Yeah, it's one of them. Alright, that should help. Hanovum. Ooh, you don't have a library yet. How do you not have a library yet? And how are you still... There's still some Catholic cities up here, so let's go ahead and build a library. It's just going to take 2 turns. But we definitely need to train up... You know what, we haven't cleansed Lutetia Parasaurium yet. That's the problem. Let's go ahead and get an Inquisitor going in Mediolanum and cleanse Paris of the old religion. Because that's a bit of a problem. In Deva Victrix, which is already a production powerhouse, let's go ahead and buy the shipyard for the extra production. And then work on the armory. That's all of our gold. Progress towards conservation has advanced considerably, and we got some experience for that unit. Okay, new trader here. And actually, I would like Pola to have a trader at the center, because I don't think we have one for Pola. No, we don't. So Pola deserves, especially since they're building a zoo, which will help amenities in the area, Let's have the most productive route. Yep, Deva Victrix. It's such an awesome city. And then Pola is already on production focus. And then Frankfurtium, let's make sure you have... Yeah, see, those should be in your territory. Everything else is good, though. All right, Leopolis, you were trading with Augustoritum, which was what? 4, 3, and 7? So if you trade with Londinium, you'll get 4, 4, and 7. Let's do that. Lutetia Parasaurium's trading with... Or Pella's trading with Lutetia Parasaurium, so that's 4, 4, and 7. You can do 4, 4, and 8 if you trade with Deva Victrix, so do that. Meanwhile, what else do we have here? I think there are some ruins near Chersonesus, so let's do that. And this knight can come over here to help finish off Spain. So this should be done this turn, all that. Let's see how this goes. Bring this knight down here, and this knight here. Alright, let's see what we can do here with the units we have surrounding this city. I think this should do it. Maybe. We'll see. Need to wait for this combat to finish, and then we'll find out. These are pretty strong units. Yep, this'll do it. Say goodnight, Spain. Your time is at an end. And we do not have a Roman city name for this. This is a little bit south, I think. Or at least as far as the map I'm looking at. Bye, Philip.
¿Por qué, señor? ¿Por qué nos has abandonado?
Wish I could roll my R's like that. I cannot. Never been able to. Alright, well, you know what? Let's just do what's appropriate here. And we will rename this to Cartagena. There's that. And of course we're going to keep the city. And now we have to work on a number of things in this city because they didn't really build it in a good spot. So in order for this city to grow at all, we're going to have to put a good amount of stuff into it. So now let's finish up this turn. We've got some stuff to do for sure. I'm going to go ahead and get this unit positioned over there. That unit positioned over there. That unit positioned here. Yeah, we just have lots of units that need to go a little bit further. Including units that need to cross rivers and such, so that they can move farther in the next turn. I'll come back there and clear that out in a second. And then over here, what do we have? Still exploring northward. All right, we're going to the next turn. Turn 302. And on that note, now that we're done with Spain, we're not at war with anyone, but we're going to go to war with Arabia and Sumer very quickly. We're going to take this moment to lick our wounds a little bit. Not that we need to. We don't have war weariness, but we're going to just make sure that everything is in tip-top shape production-wise, and that some of these amenity problems have been dealt with. And then we're going to turn right around, declare war on Arabia, declare war on Sumer, and take over the last of the Roman Empire's original territory. We don't have that far to go, and now that we have some stronger units, we're going to move a bit more blitzkrieg style through this little project, this objective of ours, and conquer the Roman world and beyond. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at noon Eastern time, along with the rest of my not simulation, but historical and grand strategy content. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.